made it. We're in France. I don't know how I'm supposed to show you what my last week has been like, because I haven't filmed much. I've just taken little higgledy-piggledy photos and videos here and there, because I've been rushing across France to meet my girlfriend as she gets the weekend off work. So I apologise for what you're about to watch, but I'm going to make these sandwiches, go sit down by the river, and then I'll catch you all up. This started the laborious task of actually packing things up, getting overwhelmed by how much stuff I had, and then ferrying it to and from the car for about 4 hours. It was a hot day and it wasn't enjoyable, but at the end of the day, it was quite cool to see the car fully packed finally. Oh. Wow. For the first time ever, she is fully packed. It looks a bit chaotic, but it actually works quite well. I've got a space for everything. The chair is so big that it has to go on the bed during the day, and when I go to sleep I'll have to move it. I've got 3 water bottles all fill up. All the clothes are in. I've got my kitchen pantry essentially. In this footwell I've got my pots and pans, and I've got my dry foods. I've got bits and bobs, I've got my shoes. In the front passenger seat I've got my sheepskin. I've got another bottle of water in the footwell. I made myself a little coat rack hanging off the headrest of the driver's seat. Underneath is the Jackery powering everything. After that, it was actually time to leave, so let's see what cheesy things James had to say about it. This is the culmination of about 5 years of dreaming. The house is packed, everything's empty, everything's in storage. I left the keys inside, it's locked. They say that the hardest part about crossing an ocean is untying the lines, and I can vouch for that. That's definitely right, because this is terrifying. But here goes everything, I guess. From there, it was about a 3-minute anticlimactic drive to Plymouth Ferry Terminal, where I got that cool time lapse. When I boarded the ferry, I was too cheap to pay 60 quid for a cabin, so I decided to make a little bed on the floor with my camp mattress. But it worked. We entered France early the next morning, and I join you where this video started off. It's low tide at the moment, and it reeks like a fish market. But nevertheless, we made it. Border crossing number 1, done. As you saw, I slept on the floor. I probably got a maximum about 2 hours of sleep. It was so cold, I had to stuff my jumper with loo roll, try to get some insulation. It was Baltic in there. But I've got a long day. I think I've got about 6 hours of driving today. Normally, I want a cap of only a couple of hours maximum a day, so I don't go past too many things and I enjoy it. But I've got to meet my girlfriend down in Cannes, all the way at the other side of France on Friday midday. So I've got a long way to go and only a few days, so I kind of have to make some moves today. This might be the heaviest rain I've ever driven in. Oh, we seem to be coming out of it now. But every now and then I'm going through a patch of some of the heaviest rain and you can't see. I've come across this idyllic rest spot. And since I didn't get much sleep last night, I think this is where I'm going to have a kip, eat some lunch and have a nap for a few hours. In my hammock, by the river. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to celebrate it by eating more cornflakes, because I'm stupid and forgot to buy bread for my sandwiches. So, nah, I've got What's-Its, I got an apple and I've got a banana, so it's not too bad. Last time I left you guys, I was chilling in my hammock, about to eat lunch and have a nap. And I'm somewhere in the middle of nowhere, in a beautiful spot. My car's over there, no one around, and there's a tree to climb. So we've got the river here, pan round, we have the car. Oh, and I think my pasta's boiling over. Oh dear, my pasta's boiling over. Well, caught that just in time. Good job, James. Don't know where to put that now. Sorry about that. Pasta's boiling over, but as I was saying, got the tarp set up because I can hear thunder in the distance and it was raining heavy earlier on. Got the chair, check on the kitchen. Kitchen's working perfectly. And tonight, because it's so hot and muggy and humid, I think I'm going to sleep in my hammock. Boiler alert, the rain got worse than I thought, so after about 10 minutes I did end up moving into my car. I got pretty much no footage from day 2, but it was essentially just a long drive in the rain again. As you can see, day 3 started off pretty well. I entered a more mountainous region and ended up having lunch in a beautiful river canyon. Well, this is what I got a 4x4. Taking some mountain trail to try and find somewhere nice to sleep for the night. The mud is so sticky. Little did James know the absolute nightmare he was about to get himself into in about 5 minutes. All right, guys. First major mistake of the journey. I messed up. I was taking this off-road trail and it started getting worse and worse, and I realised, you know, I need to turn around here. I haven't got the right car for this. There was one spot where I thought this is maybe my only opportunity to turn around, and I tried. But as you can see, it doesn't really come across. That's about a 70-degree angle there. Pretty much a cliff. My front wheels are very close to it. If I can squeeze around the front. And my back is completely stuck. I tried to reverse, but it wouldn't reverse at all. I can't go backwards at all, and I can't go forwards because it's the edge. So I've put the handbrake on as hard as possible. When I was turning, I slipped about a meter down, but luckily I stopped before the edge, or otherwise that would have been very bad. But spot of bother. So I've put big rocks in front of the wheels to try and help prevent it slipping off. I have to say, on camera it just looks like nothing on camera. It looks comical, but yeah, my back tires can't go up that at all. I've tried to reverse up it twice now, but it won't even, it's not traction, it just won't budge at all. It's too steep. And of course, the consequences of rolling forward, even a small amount, are rather extreme. So it's really not worth the risk of keep on trying to attempt that, because it's only a matter of time before I slip forward like a foot, and that's the end of the car, really. So I don't really know what to say. I'm just waiting. I've called the emergency services and they're trying to come up with a solution, but they're struggling to find a vehicle which can make it up this trail. Because as I've said, this bit isn't so bad, but about every like 50 meters, they get some really, really sketchy parts. Right, well, long story short, there was nothing I could do without posting serious risk to me and the car. So I just had to wait for the emergency services to come. I relaxed because I was at no personal risk myself, so I just relaxed. I made some food. I set up a tent just in case I would have to stay the night, which it seemed like I was going to have to at first, and I knew there was bad weather coming. And then I made dinner and waited for some policemen to come, and eventually they did come. We put a tow rope around the back of my car to a tree so it didn't slip forward, and then using all three of us, we managed to shimmy it backwards about a foot, just enough so I could turn 90 degrees down the hill and escape. And I think you can tell by the next clip just how relieved I was. I made it. I've got out. So, that was a debacle. Blah, blah, blah. You get it. Well, from there, I escaped down the mountain with my tail between my legs and my ego thoroughly bruised. I then made it to a very safe and boring campsite for the night. And the next day, I met up with my girlfriend in Cannes, and we had a fantastic weekend in which I didn't film or record anything because I wanted to enjoy it with her. So, that pretty much leads me to where I am now, sat in my car editing this video you're watching currently. It's a bit all over the place, but I hope it makes sense, and from now I'm going to be recording much more often to hope that there's a more clear storyline in all my videos. Thank you very much for watching, and check out my Instagram and TikTok and all the rest of it. See ya.